Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and I hope everybody's doing amazing. So guys, it's been a couple of days, guys, that the Endgame book has come out. I just have a few things to say, to talk about. This is kind of my overall take on the book. I did listen to the book, and I listened to it once all the way through, and I'm listening again so I can get all the things that I didn't catch before, because you know when you listen to something quickly, you know how that goes. But guys, okay, my overall critique of the book is that, guys, I am so glad that Omid wrote this book. Okay, now Omid does go into a lot of things, like I said before, that the royal family and the British press are actively trying to forget, or trying to push it under a rug, and trying to make other people forget that these things has happened, right? They're trying to make it seem like if a lot of these things have never happened. Omid puts everything in there. He goes into all of the scandals that the man that y'all call a king had in the past, the bags of money situation where he has been accepting bags of money from Saudi billionaires, all these things. Omid put it all in the book. It's all there for historical record. Just in case if people, because bear in mind, all the books that have been written about the royal family, most of them, and there's so many here, I have them displayed right here. Most of them are very, let's say they are very, they don't talk about these scandals that Omid is talking about in his book. The only scandal that they really go into and go in depth to is to talk about Harry and Meghan. That's the only scandal, so-called scandal, that they really want to delve into. All those books, and all of those books that have been written in the past 2 years or however long, and there's been a lot of them. They haven't done well, but there's a lot of them. The only books really that did well were Finding Freedom, and I presume Endgame is going to do well as well. All these books that were written about the royal family, they have been very, let's just say they have given the royal family a pass, and they have been attacking Harry and Meghan, which is the opposite of what Omid Scobie's book does. Omid Scobie's book is not about Harry and Meghan, guys. Omid Scobie's book is about the royal family and all of the things that they want us to forget about. He put it all in the book. And so let's just look at it this way. I'm actually happy that he did this, because all of the things that we sit here as the people who love Harry and Meghan, whoever, the squad, or people who love Harry and Meghan, all of the things that we say and we highlight, and even the people who have social media who defend Harry and Meghan, the people on Twitter, the people on YouTube, like myself, for instance, all of us are making a historical record. And guys, this book that Omid Scobie, I dare say his book is going to reach more than us. His book is going to reach further than what we do. Let's just put it that way. So I know a lot of people they don't trust Omid and stuff like that. But this is not about trusting Omid. This is about getting the truth out there about the royal family. Omid has delved into all of the scandals. And you know what's funny about it? He delved into a lot of the scandals that he's interested in. Right? And of course, he talked about the racism that is in the royal family. He talked about the Susan Hussey lady asking the black lady Ngozi about her hair and all this, touching her hair and all that. He put that in the book because that lady Hussey, she is back working for the royal family. They were like, oh, they're gonna phase her out, and she's not gonna be representing the family. Well, okay, she's not gonna be with the family. Listen, she is very much so ingratiated back into the family. That and you know who has lost their job or has given up their job or whatever? Ngozi, oh my God, I think her name is, you know who I mean, the black lady who, that lady Hussey was pretty much touching her hair without the lady's permission. Okay, so that lady has given up her job or her post, with the charity that she has started and she used to work for. She gave up that job because of the hate that she got because of this situation. So basically, Lady Hussey is basically back into the royal family, right? She's back into the royal family, but Ngozi, she has given up her job and she's pretty much in hiding right now because of all the hate that she has received because she talked. And let's just say this is a pattern here, because whenever people come out and they talk about the royal family and the things that they have done and the racism that they have faced, they get harassed. I mean, Meghan got harassed, right? Meghan got harassed even before, even just for being there. And basically, he also delved into that whole thing with Meghan, the fact that Meghan showed up and Meghan was like, okay, this is a job and I'm ready to do it. Meghan showed up and Meghan was not in awe of these people. Apparently, a lot of them felt slighted and felt like she should have been grateful. A lot of them felt like she should have been grateful to be there. Basically, that's the long and short of the story. So the fact that Meghan is so self-assured and so sure of who she is that she didn't feel the need to be, falling all over these people. The fact that this happened, and they're kind of upset. They're like, who does she think she is? They see it that way. They don't look at Meghan as, because they think that she should be grateful and she should be in awe of them and she's beneath them. All these things, you know what? All these things he put in the book. Omid Scobie put all this in the book, guys. He highlighted a lot of things that a lot of people would never have put in their books, because all of the books that were written about Harry and about the royal family, they're all against Harry and Meghan, and they all bash Harry and Meghan, and they hold up the royal family as some sort of, prize family, basically, long and short of the story. So this book is very important because it highlights all of the things that they don't want us to remember when it comes to the royal family. And of course, he delved into Prince Andrew, P. Drew, in my opinion, that's what I called him, P. Drew, right? They delved into his scandals as well with paying, was it $12 million of the royal family's money. He paid, he got it from his mom, and he paid off Virginia Drew Faye. He put that in there. He made sure he put that in there. He talked about the courtiers and the fact that basically, the family, you know what the family does, guys? The family briefs against one another, and now they're all, briefing against Harry, basically. They pretend like they are, above it all and above the fray, and, they're going to go on and they're this and that. Because I was watching a lot of the British coverage of this whole thing, and they're all trying to say, Harry and Meghan should denounce this and Harry and Meghan should denounce that, and they should kind of distance themselves from Omid Scobie and his book, right? That's what they're all saying. They've never called for this to happen before with the royal family, though. They've never said that the royal family should denounce, let's see, for instance, that Tom Bowles book, his book that he pretty much, his whole book was a hit piece against Meghan and a bunch of hate in it, right? They never called for the royal family to denounce this guy, but they're calling for Harry and Meghan to denounce Omid Scobie's book. And I'm like, why? Why would Harry and Meghan get involved in this? No, they need to stay and just do their thing and forget about it. Don't even think about it and just do their thing. Enjoy their Christmas. They don't have time to be worried about what the royal family's feeling. The royal family, guys, they're a bunch of hypocrites, and they're just a bunch of, hypocrites is the right word. They're a bunch of hypocrites because they pretend like if they don't care and they're above the fray and all this, and meanwhile they're behind the scenes. They're the pettiest bunch of people you'll ever meet. They're petty, and they keep throwing grenades and hiding their hand when it comes to Harry and Meghan, because they've been doing it from the beginning, briefing against him. And there's so much evidence in that book as well. I mean, he went in on Prince William as far as all the stuff that Willie has been doing behind the scenes, and he held conferences with the press and talking about what they're gonna do going forward, guys. I mean, all this is in the book. Omid puts it there in the book. Nobody else wrote this in their book. None of the other royal books that we saw in the last couple of years, they don't have all this stuff in there. No, they're trying to push up the royal family to make it look like the royal family or the paragon of greatness, and they're all so above it, and they're so lofty. And I even saw today, I was watching Chris Ship was on some, I don't know, Good Morning America or Good Morning Britain, sorry. He was on there, and you know what he said at the end? Apparently somebody asked that man that y'all call a king about his son and his family and all that. And he's like, oh, he's more concerned about the environment and going forward in the environment, and this is more important. So basically, you're telling me that the man that sprung from your groin, which is Harry, he sprung from your groin. You're going to say that the environment is more important than your own son? Of course, the environment is more important than your own son, but nobody is looking to Prince Charles. Nobody cares about Prince Charles to be the one to tell us about the environment, to be honest. There's other people out there who do that. And they do it well, and they don't travel in helicopters, Prince Charles. Okay? They don't travel in helicopters. There's a lot of people out there who care about the environment, who sail everywhere. I mean, even that young girl, the young environmentalist, oh my God, her name escapes me right now. It will come at some point maybe. But either way, that young girl, she never travels anywhere on planes. She travels on boats and ships and stuff in order to get around, okay? And you go everywhere in a helicopter and private jets. That's what that man that y'all call a king does. And then even more stuff, guys. This guy is so pompous that you know what he does? You know what happens? That man is so pampered and disgusted, in my opinion, and pompous. You know what? He has to get his license earned, and he uses 1,000 thread sheets, guys. It's all in the book. 1,000 thread sheets. So, do you want to get information or advice from a man who has 1,000 thread sheets? Do you want to get about saving money, about a cost of living crisis, people who can't heat their homes? Do you want to hear from a man who has 1,000 thread count sheets? And do you want to hear from him when it comes to that? And he has to have somebody squeezing his toothpaste out in some, oh my God, somebody has to squeeze his toothpaste for him in the morning. He doesn't even do it himself, guys. This guy is pompous. Listen, if he could get somebody to wipe his ass, guys, and we're not sure if they don't, he would get somebody to wipe his ass. It's as simple as that. But anyways, guys. But all this is in the book, guys. He goes there. Omid Scobie goes there, and he lets us know exactly how these people live, all of the things that they have said over the years. He went into all those claims, about the R word in the royal family. So many things have happened over the years that people would like to forget, but he put it all in the book. He talked about Prince Philip and his, calling people slitty-eyed and all this stuff, all these things. He did that. He put it in the book. All of the, blackamoor brooches from the Princess Michael of Kent. We all heard about that. But he also put in the book the fact that Camilla has so many in the royal family. They could start, the royal family have enough Blackamore stuff and RS memorabilia. They have so much memorabilia in those castles and stuff. They have so much of that stuff all over the place. And Camilla's home has a huge Blackamore statue with a black man, and he's screwing a light bulb or something like that. That's what Omid described in the book. She has like a lot of R word stuff in her house, in the house that she had before. They claim that it's not there anymore, but they have enough, guys. They have enough of that kind of memorabilia in their castles that they can start they can have a whole museum dedicated to it. That's the long and short of the story. But anyway, so Omid definitely went into all of those R word charges against them. And you know what the British press is doing right now? Because of the fact that the two names came out in the Dutch version of the book, and the two names, of course, we know is that man that y'all call it King Charles, and that Mumbles, Kate. Apparently, those are the two people that kind of sad talked about Archie's skin color and all that. Apparently, it's those two people, right? Which is no surprise, because guys, I'm pretty sure it was more than them. It wasn't just them. I'm pretty sure that it was a lot of them. It wasn't just the two of them, but those are the people who apparently they were in the letter, in the correspondence or whatever, right? So those are the two names that are out there, but I believe more than that. I believe more of them did that, but you know, whatever. You know that now what they're doing in the British press, in the media, they're all making it all about that. And if the royal family should sue Omid and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? I think it's interesting that they're trying to shift the narrative from all the stuff that's in the book onto a scandal. They're trying to put a scandal on this book, but there's no scandal. The only scandal is the fact that the royal family has been able to get away with being who they are for all this time, and nobody has ever called them out on it. That's the scandal. But either way, guys, I could go on and on and on. I'm gonna make a couple other videos about all the things in the book, but I just wanted to give you my ideas and what I think about what the book is about. I listened to it at once, and I'm going to listen to it again because you do miss stuff along the way. I just wanted to give you my idea of what is going on with this book. This book is amazing. This book needs to be out there. This book needs to be a bestseller, and I really think it will be. And it should sell more than any of the other books. Well, maybe not as much as Spear, but I want Harry. You know what? This is what I want to happen here. I want Harry's book to get another boost from this book, because there's a lot of people who might read this book. They didn't get a chance to read Spear, but they're probably going to go get Spear. I want both of them to do well. Maybe Harry's book is going to get a little bit of a boost from this book as well. More of a boost, because Harry's book is actually the #1 selling book of the year. And I think him and Britney Spears' book are the two best-selling books. I think Britney Spears' book won as far as the Audible versions, but Harry's book, when it comes to the paperback, he won. But his book is actually the #1 selling of the year. Okay, so yeah, and it's showed up on many lists. But anyway, so that's what I think should be happening going forward. I really do think his book is probably going to get a little bit of a boost. And of course, guys, Megan's her Suits, her TV show Suits is doing really well on Netflix as well. It's one of the top shows on Netflix right now, guys. So you know what, guys, all in all, it's doing like Harry and Meghan are really. They're doing amazing right now. They don't need to talk about this book. They don't need to denounce anything. You know why? Because the royal family have never denounced anybody who has written books. Like Tom Bowles did a whole book that was horrible to Meghan. It was horrible to Meghan. He even was out, talking horrible things about her. And another thing as well that's in, every single thing that has happened, guys, Omid has made sure he put it in there. He also talked about Jeremy Clarkson and all the things that he said about Meghan being walk through the streets of and getting, excrement thrown at her and all this stuff that Jeremy Clarkson said. He put it in there for historical record. It's all there, guys. That's what I'm telling you. This book is going to reach more than all of us who are in the Sussex Squad, all of us who do everything online and we do stuff on YouTube and Instagram and all this. This book is going to reach further than that. And this book is a well-written, well-executed book. And I really believe it's going to be like a number one selling book. It's going to be on the New York Times best-selling list. I'm going to call it right now. It's going to be on that list. And it's going to do really well, in my opinion, because I listened to it twice, guys. I'm telling you, this book has a lot of stuff that nobody else is going to write about. Nobody else has the guts to write it. And I really do hope that Omid takes his security seriously, and I hope he keeps safe. I really think he needs to have like a bodyguard or something, because I don't trust. You know what? Let's just put Omid on this list as people who, anything happens to them, we know where we're looking. Anything happens to Harry, Meghan, their children, and Omid, we know who it is that's behind it. Let's just put it that way, okay? I'm putting him on that list of people who, anything happens, we know where to look. We know where to look. We know who it is, because those people they're serious. They're a mess. Those people in that family, guys, you can't trust them. You can't trust them. But anyways, that was my second quick update on this book. I'm going to be back again talking more. There's so much stuff going on, guys, as far as this book, as far as the royal family, all these things. I got to go in when it comes to that Kate woman. I got to do it all. But you know what, guys? Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one. Please remember, guys, if you want to support me, you can buy me a coffee. You can send a super chat, super thanks, or if you want to join my channel, you can on Buy Me a Coffee, or you can on Patreon. I have that as well. There's all kinds of stuff if you want to support my channel. But guys, I will talk to you in the next one. Please remember, like, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a great one, guys. Bye.